3 months ago, I switched from being a control player with $5,000 earned to a 0 earned keyboard player. But why? I'll show you why in this video, why I go from being a drone to clipping throws. And it all starts on day one where I decided to play my first tournament on keyboard. Before this, I felt like the game was getting pretty boring for me. I wasn't grinding too hard and I was getting way worse on controller. I was even losing a card or two a day. And with the skill gap getting increasingly better, keyboard was the only right choice for me. And it was the perfect time to switch. FNCS was about done for 2 months and I'll be able to grind almost every day on keyboard to get good before the next FNCS. So I decided to try it out this day and we went crazy. I ended up playing with my longtime dual skater and we start off the tournament with the key game. And I was struggling with my fighting a little bit, but when you have a good fighter on your team, all you really have to do is sit back and spray, which is really what I did for the entire game. But I did have my moments. 1v2 in this team right before the end game, and once we reach the end game, we take height, but skater ends up going down, which leads me to clutch the rest of the end game as a solo.
Only 200 wood. It's not a solo, they're just really bad. In the air, broom. 10 builds. Oh my god. I know Dalty was cat mats. Nice. You're one pumpable, so be careful. 200 mats. He's dead one. You won. Wait, what? Oh my, I low-key thought he was gonna win.
Holy.
With that clutch, we start off the tournament great, but we had a couple rough games. Nearing the last hour of the tournament, we needed a great game to get back into the tournament. And that's exactly what we did. We started off the game getting a few kills at the raft, and then we ended up running through the entire lobby. And once we got to end game, it was basically Kovacs. And we ended up winning the game with 35 kills, putting us back into the tournament. And with one more game left, we could even qual. So as we got into our last game, we were uncon, and I fought to get stacked before the end game. As we got kills, we got to the end game pretty stacked and needed this clutch this game to qual. And in that end game, we got a third with 11 kills, and it was barely just not enough to get us to qual. Both a top 100 in my first ever keyboard tournament, I was motivated to keep grinding keyboard to see where it would take. This led me to try and get better on keyboard to see where I could go. This led me to play keyboard for a week and then play a solo cash cup at the end of the week to see if I could qual to finals, possibly make my first earnings. I documented all my progress and I played things such as rank, realistic, and working on my aim with Kovac, and I could feel myself getting a little bit better each day, even good enough to kill a pro in ranked.
You said you have school tomorrow, right? Is it on? $30, what's up, brother? How have you been?
Go to Walkers.
Keyboard?
Yeah.
That was my better fought fights in ranked, I can't lie. But although I was playing good, but still not good enough to counter that one kid that is a fucking god that you find in ranked. So random one. Yeah, I got my shit clipped. Just kidding, I'm cheating. I'm just coping hard right now because I got my shit clipped. And at the end of the week, my builds are looking good. My fighting was looking a little bit better, and even though my aim was still meh at best, I was ready for the solo cash cup. And to qual, I needed 115 points. And after dudding my first 6 games, I needed this game to qual. And as I went into the end game, I secured 2 kills, making me stacked to win this game. And as I kept rotating with my broom, I kept making sure to save my match so I could eventually take height. And that's exactly what I did. Taking height and waiting until the last 2 players so I could drop down and get the easy win. And after winning that game, securing qual, I was ready to play finals. And it went okay. I had my moments, but it's clear I needed a lot of work. So going into OG season, I knew I had my work cut out for me. So all I did was just play creative, arena, and tournaments. And since I was playing so much, I was improving pretty fast. And with my new trio, we were doing pretty well. There were a good amount of tournaments I was incredibly close to qualifying for. But in solos, I was getting incredibly close to earning. I kept getting around top 5 almost every single cash cup and was getting so close to a win. But going into the last solo cash cup in the OG season, I knew I needed some momentum going to the next chapter. So in this last solo victory cup, I wanted to make sure I would get my first earning. But games 1 and 2 did not go the best. So going to the last possible game of victory cups, I knew I had to win. And in my last game, I was really unstacked and was almost about to die until this happened.
I mean, I'm just dead.
grapple.
I'll get around the refresh. I have fucking drum gun. Hey, that's good.
Not bad, bro.
Oh. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
No, that was crazy.
Let's go. And with that, I got my first earnings on keyboard in my first month on keyboard. If the placements didn't sell me on sticking on keyboard, this definitely did. But going into the new chapter and my second month on keyboard, I lost on a trio that I had incredibly good placements with to West and needed a new trio. And since I was new to KBM, not that many people wanted to run with, so I decided to play with my friend SR and some underrated kid named Chan. In the FNCS Trial Cup, we ended up winning every single NDV1 and making it to the highest division, Division 1. This is where every pro plays, so this would be incredibly good practice in my progression. But knowing I'm planning to get some of the best players in the world, it's kind of obvious that I'm not doing too well in Div Cups right now. I'm playing games a lot better, especially in solos. Since I haven't been doing nothing in Divisional Cups, I've been focusing a lot more on solos, because they're the best way to get better. And that shows in some of my end games. You could tell my mechanics and just knowing what to do on keyboard is getting way better. And that shows in this tournament, where with 2 games left, I needed to win both of these games to even sniff qual. So I locked in and went into the second last game, only playing for the win. And this ended up being my best solo game ever.
Oh my, get a job, you're a... Bro, I have the worst zone ever right now. Half the zone's Warrior Watch, half the zone's the mountain.
And even with this game, I ended up not qualifying for the solo cash cup finals, but I did have a really good tournament where I nearly earned again, getting 61st in finals when earning is top 25, by the way. And since I'm getting so close to earning in harder formats, it tells me that I am improving. And at my current skill level, I feel like as if there's only a matter of time before I can earn again. Whether it's a miracle claw in divisional cups or a crazy solo cash cup, I know I'll earn soon and only get better. So the question, do I regret switching? Not really. I feel like I'm better than my controller self currently, even though I have made a grands on controller, and my skill cap is basically limitless. So I feel like there's a matter of time before I really do get back to competing at the highest level. As I get more muscle memory, quicker mechanics, and better aim, I think I will be able to be better than my controller self, which hopefully means more grands, maybe even an FNCS win. Now, you gotta dream big, guys. But really, let me know if you guys think I'm better yet. If I'm not, make sure to drop it down in the comments below. And I'm sorry for this fucking schedule. I apologize. Three mediocre videos in 4 months is insane. I apologize, but I'm gonna try to have some bangers for you guys. So please bear with me in my god awful editing schedule. But thank you guys for watching.